I wanted to ask you about your second album, because it's an album I feel like doesn't get talked about enough. It was probably one of the highest anticipated albums of all time, because it's obviously the follow-up to Doggy Style, Tha Doggfather. What do you think kind of went wrong with it? Was it like kind of like the beginning, the splintering of the relationship with Suge? Like, what kind of went wrong, you think, with Doggfather, and why it kind of doesn't get looked at in the same kind of...
You got to think about what Tha Doggfather was. What was Tha Doggfather? It was the follow-up album to Doggy Style, but what it was Snoop Dogg becoming a man. Snoop Dogg realizing that he wanted to live, that he wanted to separate from the madness. And at that time, it was looked at as, it was frowned upon because I was so gangster on my intro and so gangster with the way I was living. Like, why don't you want to be gangster anymore? Well, how about I'm fighting a murder case? And when I win this murder case, I want to do right by the system, by God, and by the way I was raised. If the people around me don't get it, if the fans don't get it, if the label don't get it, fuck them. Because in 2024, I'll be talking about why I made that decision, why that record sounds like that, why it was hope on that record, why I wrote about life more than death, why I seen visions of me becoming a grandfather and living into my 60s and 70s by saying the right things in my music, because realizing that the Chronic and Doggy Style and the Dog Pound album and everything that I had worked on, I had wrote all of the things that happened to me that were negative. I manifested it. So I wanted to write some positive shit to
manifest some positive shit.
And it happened.